On November 4th, Call of Duty 4 comes out for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. But select people will get a taste of the multiplayer on Xbox 360 through the Call of Duty 4 beta.
Let's do this.
So the Call of Duty 4 beta includes 3 different maps: Vacant, Overgrown, and Crash. And Vacant is set in Russia, and it's in a sort of abandoned office building. So you got a lot of drywall, and what's cool about Call of Duty 4 is that you can actually shoot through that. So if I see some guy who's shooting at me and he kind of hops behind a wall because he thinks he's going to reload in cover, I can actually shoot through that wall and possibly hit him and kill him. You can also, shoot through wooden floors and stuff like that to shoot a guy that's on a floor below you, or shoot through the ceiling at a guy above you. And it really helps a lot because you're going to see stuff where normally you'd see a sniper guy. He takes a shot, he misses, he ducks, he kind of pops out again. Well, this time, normally he's undercover when he ducks. But now with Call of Duty 4 and their ballistic physics, you can actually see a guy duck behind cover, and then you can actually shoot through that cover and kill him still. So it kind of evens the playing field a little bit. Now, the second map is called Overgrown, and this is also set in Russia, and it's a very open map, sort of out in kind of a farm. And there's 2 bridges. There's a stone bridge and a wooden bridge, and there's a bunch of little houses as well, including a 2-story house. And really, it's a very open area. It's a great place for snipers because if you actually pick up a sniper rifle when you start the game, you'll be in a ghillie suit, which is a suit that's basically covered in grass. So when you see this guy in the grass, he's pretty much invisible. And it's pretty awesome because you can be, if you want to be a sniper, you don't have to be that guy who's in the second story floor shooting down on people. You can actually be in the grass, basically waiting like a snake for some guy to come by, and then you can pop him. The third map is called Crash, which kind of is a Black Hawk Down feel to it. It's set in the Middle East. It's sort of in an urban area, and in the center of the map, there's a big open space, and there's a crashed helicopter. And the helicopter is actually split in 2, and you can actually go inside the helicopter, which is great for getting cover. And also, if you love using a C4, which some of us, I personally do, you can actually throw some C4 charge inside the inside of the helicopter, wait for somebody to walk by it, and just blow them up. 2 shots, 3 shots is all it takes to down somebody. So you really have to be careful about where you're positioned, and keep yourself on the move and using cover a lot, and, using your 1 smoke grenade to give yourself a little bit of safety to obscure somebody's view, because all it takes is a couple of shots. And that makes all the fighting very fast. Fortunately, there's an instant respawn in almost all of the modes, so as soon as you die, you'll get a kill cam view. You can see how somebody killed you, which is great because if somebody's camping somewhere, you'll actually see where they are, so when you respawn, you know where that guy is, and you can tell your friends they can go after him, or you can just avoid that spot where he's hiding out at, which does force people to move quite a lot more than they would in most first-person shooters. But when you respawn, the idea is that they want to put you right back in the action, so you'll spawn next to an ally, and it's almost like your reinforcements. So you spawn as far away from the action as possible so that you're not in instant danger, but as close to a friend as you can, so you never are alone. You won't respawn and just go, oh, I'm on the wrong side of the map, or where did all my friends go? You're always going to be with your friends when you respawn, which is a really helpful thing and makes you feel like you're part of a team. There are 4 game modes. There's Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All, which are essentially the same thing, except, one's everybody for themselves, and 1 or 2 sets of teams. Up to 12 people right now can play against each other in the beta, and most people are probably going to be playing Team Deathmatch. The Team Deathmatch is pretty fun. It goes up to a score of 750, and you get points for a lot of different things. You get 10 points if you kill somebody. You get 2 points if you assist, which means you do any amount of damage to somebody and they're injured and somebody else kills them. So you do get credit for that. You get a lot of points if you destroy an enemy helicopter. In fact, you get 250 points for doing it. And so there are a lot of different ways to get points, mostly by killing people and, of course, avoiding dying because you're giving the other team points. So there's a time limit of 10 minutes, but also if you reach that point max before then, your team will win. And you get experience points. And experience points in Call of Duty 4 are very important because they help level you up. And as you level up, you're going to open up new game modes, you're going to open up new weapons, you're going to open up new attachments for your weapons, and you're going to open up new perks that you can use and when you create a class. The other team objective game modes are Search and Destroy, which is basically the old school Counter-Strike where there's a bomb that one team is trying to plant and the other team is trying to either kill all the other members or defuse the bomb once it's planted. And on each map, there's going to be 2 different points where they could plant the bomb. So it does kind of keep the other team guessing. They can't defend just one point. And in fact, you can use strategy. You can actually send 5 of your guys all to point B and make the enemy think that you're planting the bomb there, while one guy just sneaks around to point A and plants the bomb on the other side of the map. The one thing about Search and Destroy, it's the only map that doesn't allow respawns. So your life is really precious because it still only takes a couple of hits for you to die, but once you die, you're just a spectator. And that will get a little bit frustrating for some, especially those who really suck. So you do have to be a little bit more cautious. You can't be quite as much going run and gun as you would in the other modes. And the last mode is Domination, which is probably my favorite mode. Domination has 3 different capture points spread out in the map, and basically both teams are trying to secure those capture points, and you just need to get near the flag, stand there for 10 seconds or whatever it is to fill it up, and then you just have to defend it. And the thing is that there's only 6 people on each team, and there are 3 points. So you really get spread thin quickly, and so it requires a lot of strategy both in trying to capture points and also trying to defend those points. Now, one of the great things about Call of Duty 4